Well, we are certainly breezing through April, aren't we? So here we are on the 22nd, and it's almost late April. Here's a verse from Psalm that I just love. It says, "Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." We all desire to be known, for others to recognize us for who we are, what we're like on a good day or our worst day, what motivates us, and who or what we put our faith and trust in. Some of us may have a treasured friend or connection with a relative or a lifelong friend that we have. These relationships have been built on shared experiences like going to school together, being together on birthdays and holidays, attending weddings, raising families together, all of which foster that sense of togetherness and familiarity that many of us long for. Other relationships develop later in life and often become as strong as, or maybe sometimes stronger than, the connection formed by our DNA. As we moved around in my early years, I was really jealous of classmates who were in school with cousins or kids they had known forever. Some may have been tired of having the same people around all the time, but I'm guessing that many of them are still close well into adulthood. Building a relationship with someone, a friend, spouse, or even a family member takes work on both sides. Finding common ground of similar interests, favorite books or hobbies, as well as shared values and beliefs that provide the basis of a long-lasting and fruitful relationship. Even then, do those we feel closest to really know everything about us, the deepest desires of our hearts, the really deep disappointments that wound our soul, or the simple, beautiful moments that have changed us from the inside out? Part of Psalm 139 says that God knit us in our mother's womb and had knowledge of us before we were born. His knowledge is complete, and He's known us before our time began and will know us long after our time here on earth has ended. God knows our every thought, formed or unformed, and while that may seem a little daunting, our Creator God is intimately familiar with every nuance and layer of our heart and soul. And since God knows us so well, there's also an expectation of correction. If we start to head down the wrong path, living in such a way that displeases Him, who better to correct us and set us on the right path than God Himself? In that instance, our God will rein us back in, test us to see if there are any offensive ways in us, and get us back on track. I'm eternally grateful that God knows me so completely that He won't let me flounder. He won't stand by while I dig a deeper and deeper hole, but will instead grab my hand and pull me back out and set me on the path of righteousness. Only God knows my every quirk, every eccentricity, success and failure, and He loves each of us with immense and unconditional love. How great is our God, who truly knows our hearts, who's the one that has known us and loved us since the beginning of time, and loved us in spite of and because of who we are. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.